Oh my God. Okay, I'm gonna rip a trade recap as quick as I can, and I actually literally need to run to my job. So starting on the daily time frame, I was very bullish, honestly. Like, I was bullish all day. Appreciate all the W's and good stuff. You said bro was sweating. I'm not gonna lie, I'm sweating. I'm still sweating. But I'm bullish higher time frame. Why am I bullish? Daily, we're moving up very hard. Overnight session moved like a shit ton. So honestly, I was looking for a retracement into a 4-hour gap. We did have this first 4-hour gap up here. I ended up taking my first long off this first 4-hour gap. So you can see we traded down into here. When I go to what, MNQ, right? You can see I took my longs off. We were delivering off a bookmap zone. We had a very strong candle closure. I pretty much just market ordered once this candle closed. I was targeting these 930 highs. Like, me personally, I always view like bro, you said Usain Bolt to your job. But I view like 930 wicks, they're very strong drawn liquidities, especially when they have not been SMT'd, right? So you can see this 930 wick here on NQ, it hasn't been taken out. The wick on ES has not been taken out. So I would not be as confident in targeting this wick if there was an SMT, but there's not an SMT. This was trade number 1. The main thing going against me on trade number 1 was when you look at the 4-hour time frame, there's a large 4-hour gap below, right? Especially when we have huge moves like this, you can see like from this overnight session, like how many points did we move up? Like from here to here, right? We're moving up 3.5% overnight, almost 900 points, right? We need a retracement following that. So where are we going to retrace to? This obvious 4-hour gap, right? This big one right here. So I said, you know what? Maybe I'll try longs out of there. There was a point I was looking for shorts, honestly. But once I saw like this V shape, like down here, I thought, you know what, maybe we're reacting on this 4-hour and we might continue up for these highs, right? So where I ended up taking my long, again, there were like bookmap orders in this area where I have like this little shaded box, right? We also had a change in the state of delivery. Shout out Uber, Mr. Cakeblood in the Discord. He was the one talking about the CISD. I feel like I was kind of realizing at the same time as him, where like we have a change in the state of delivery, which is essentially saying like market structure has shifted, right? Previously, we were putting in lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, lower highs. We've shifted. We've put in a higher high. That's a change in the state of delivery. We're retesting change in the state of delivery. I also have orders on bookmap at the same area. I have a strong candle close. And I always talk about with these bookmap trades, right? Like, I love when these candles close at the extreme of the candle. So if we look at this candle that actually had my entry confirmation, right? Very strong candle close. I enter there. Where was my target? So my target was the high of all these stacked highs up here, right? Like you can see, I feel like it doesn't look too clear in the 1 minute. When you zoom out a little bit, right? You can see there's this accumulation zone, all these stacked highs. Why am I targeting the high of that, right? When you think in these accumulation zones, there's all these stacked stop losses, right? So once we start running through these stop losses, it's almost like a domino effect where you're adding more fuel to the fire and like forcing us to go even further up, right? So I took my take profit all the way at the top of these stacked highs, a little bit over a 2-to-1. And then, after this, I normally on a normal day, I would have held partials, right? Like I would have taken partials, moved stops to break even, and then I would have taken the rest of my position at these 930 highs. If ES were to take the 930 high before NQ did, I would have full closed my position because it would have been S&T'd at that point. But yeah, that was pretty much the trade I took today. You said, holy moly, you should become an auctioneer. Yeah, dude, I can actually talk so quick. Sometimes I have to like think to myself, I gotta slow down with my talking because I'm talking too quick and no one can understand me. But I literally might be late to my job. I'm about to go run to my job. Fucking W day, bro. I didn't think I was gonna get a trade. I made that money back. Hit a fucking 2-to-1. Honestly, I'm so proud of myself. But I appreciate all you guys stopping by, hanging out with me. Real quick, I mean, I live trade Monday to Friday at 9:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, Nasdaq Futures here on YouTube. I also trade gold on TikTok at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Sunday through Thursday. So definitely pull up to see me trade gold at night or New York AM session here in the morning on YouTube. Either or, you said nice trade, dude. Appreciate that, bro. But if you guys are looking for a prop firm to trade with, I like Tradeify and Alpha Futures. Discount code TIMB272 is going to be the best current discount at both prop firms. Join my free Discord if you're not in there already. My free Discord is in the pinned comment as well as on my profile. Drop me a sub if you haven't already. I appreciate you guys stopping by. Have a good rest of your day. Peace out.